listening to the Cosmic Celebrity Podcast, where spiritually gifted persons receive information and tips on awakening their consciousness to develop and integrate their abilities in their daily life through spiritual growth. Here's your host, Athena Lucene.
Welcome to episode 1 of the Cosmic Celebrity Podcast here at athenalucene.com. On this episode, I'll be sharing with you the reasons I was inspired to create the Cosmic Celebrity Podcast, as well as explaining what a cosmic celebrity is. You will also receive on this episode and future episodes divine downloads and energy healing that will naturally realign you with the vibrational frequency of your unique energy signature, which is your soul expression as a cosmic celebrity having a physical life experience. As a naturally spiritually gifted person, I firsthand know the challenges that are unique to a spiritually gifted person. And I further know firsthand the experience or what can happen when an individual does not fully nurture their abilities, when they either suppress them or when they, through lack of understanding, get diagnosed or, basically get caught up in emotional, psychological, and mental bondage because their abilities are not being nurtured. Instead, they're shaming, judging, and fearing their abilities. And unfortunately, instead of being the beautiful spiritual gifts and life tools to navigate through life, they become more like a curse instead of a gift that they're meant to be. So when I say spiritually gifted, what I mean by that is persons who have evolved to a level of consciousness where they naturally experience extrasensory perception abilities such as visions, prophecy, intuitive insights, intuitive knowing, strong discernment, a heightened sensitivity to energy, whether it's seeing, sensing, or feeling the energy of persons or objects or places. It also includes the ability to communicate with loved ones, either loved ones of others or loved ones of the person or the individual who have transitioned. It is also not limited to these mentioned abilities here, but I think you get the gist of what I mean when I say spiritually gifted. And so I was inspired to work with individuals. I'm very passionate about working with individuals who are spiritually gifted because, unfortunately, when a person is not in the full understanding of the gifts that they have and how they're meant to be used as life tools to navigate through their physical experience to create a meaningful and purposeful life while being a blessing to others through their expression of the divine, through their natural gifts, which allows them to be able to perceive the physical reality in an integrated way, meaning they're able through their abilities to integrate their vision of the non-physical and the physical realm. And so when you can understand and have an aligned vision that is integrated of the non-physical and the physical realms or realities, you are able to have an expanded view of what happens or a fuller expanded view of life experiences that, say, some without a natural spiritually gifted ability would perceive as a trauma or a disappointment or a catastrophe, things of that nature. A spiritually gifted person is able to see through their abilities, as long as it's integrated, as long as it's developed, they're able to see an expanded radial view of things, not a linear view of their life experiences and the experiences of others. And I am very passionate and very vocal about teaching and guiding the spiritually gifted through the application of spiritual growth, allowing them to see the expanded radial view that they're meant to see through the use of their spiritual gifts. I am a huge advocate of encouraging spiritually gifted individuals to stop shaming, judging, and making their abilities wrong. I encourage them to see their abilities as the beautiful sacred gifts that they are. And your name for there is a divine, a supreme being, the creator of the universe, whatever that word is for you that you feel safe to describe the non-physical, life-giving energy, source, ultimate creator, or ultimate creative expression and energy, whether it's God, Jesus Christ, the Most High, whatever name that is that you feel comfortable and safe using to describe that non-physical life-giving essence. You are a spark of this divine essence. And so we all are sparks of this divine essence. And when we allow ourselves to grow into the fullest expression of our unique spark that comes from the divine whole, the totality, the consciousness that is always forward moving, progressive, and evolutionary, we step into what I call our cosmic celebrity. We are all unique sparks and divine of the creator of the universe, or whatever language that you feel safe using to describe the non-physical essence. But the idea is that we are all unique sparks of this expression. So the expressions of, abundance, such as love, joy, peace, harmony, a sense of well-being, a sense of prosperity, manifestations or expressions of prosperity and all forms of abundances in our lives, once we are aligned with the truth, the birthright and the truth of this essence, or the creator of the universe. And so as a spiritually gifted person, you are meant to, through your spiritual gifts, align more and more with this non-physical, life-giving, life-energizing essence so that you can step more fully into your cosmic celebrity. So the more you mature spiritually, the more you are able to recognize a divine presence in every situation, in every experience, in everyone, in yourself, and in every manifestation. You start to realize and connect with your soul essence. You start to become or embody your cosmic celebrity. You step into the fullness of your purpose. You step into the fullness of your unique energy signature in a way that only you can, because of your unique piece or your unique puzzle to the whole. And so you are able to become a cosmic celebrity. You're able to, through the connection of your inner spirit or your soul that is connected to the divine, you are able to have an intuitive knowing. You are able to perceive your reality in a fully higher conscious state where you are connected to the divine intelligence and the all-knowing and the omnipresence and, more expanded reality, the expanded version of your life, the expanded version of your godship then, if you may, because you are connected to the divine. And so if you are a creation of the divine or a spark of the divine, then that means that there is a divinity within you that it's meant to be nurtured and nourished through spiritual growth so that you can become the fully manifested potential of all that you're meant to be, or i.e., your cosmic celebrity. And so there's always work to do and integrate more and more with your unique soul energetic imprint. And so the work is to do that, to achieve that through spiritual growth. What is your ability to see yourself, your life, and others the way that the Creator sees you and sees others and see everything? The Creator sees everything and everyone as perfect, as whole, as beautiful, as magnificent, and a masterpiece. And if we can see ourselves in that way, it will begin to free us from the emotional bondage and the scarcity mindset that is literally plaguing the planetary Earth construct. And so the realization through spiritual growth, the ability to see through false illusions such as fear and scarcity and lack and apathy and anxiety and depression and sadness, you start to see that those are all illusions because they're not aligned with the creator of the universe. They're not aligned with the higher vibrational frequency and the higher emotions of love and joy and happiness and peace of mind and well-being. And when you, through spiritual growth, develop, manage, and integrate your abilities, you become to be like mystical. You become supernaturally fortunate. You're able to expand at a higher level of love and light consciousness where solutions literally flow to you easier. You're able to tap into your creative mind so much easier. You're able to quiet the noise of the egotistic chatter in your head or the egotistical programmings or the egotistical illusions instead of divine and spiritual truth. And so as you work and grow spiritually, you are able to better do this. You're able to strengthen your spiritual character and you're able to connect more with your soul essence, which, by the way, is all knowing because that's the part of you that is connected with the divine. And so that aspect of you knows fully well everything that you intended before you came in or incarnated on this planetary Earth construct. And so it has all the information. It is the ultimate GPS, the all knowing. So going within and becoming stronger connected with your soul essence so that you can receive information and just get in the knowing, the intuitive knowing of what it is, what direction you should take, or what ways of being are you being guided in so that you can flow in a natural syncopation of all other co-creation so that you can manifest and be in the flow of well-being effortlessly because you're connected with your intuition. Or if you receive information in a dream that is pertinent life information, when you develop your abilities, when you connect with your higher self or your soul essence, your inner spirit, you have clarity, intuitive clarity about what information you're being given, or even if a loved one has a message for you, a pertinent life information for you, when you have developed your abilities, when you've stopped shaming them, stop judging them, stop making them wrong, stop making them evil, when you release all omens around your abilities, you start to understand that this is a beautiful gift and a loved one is giving you information, life information that is relevant to you. And instead of, being in absolute fear about your abilities, you are literally able to have an intuitive knowing about how it's guiding you and how it is literally allowing you to alleviate yourself from suffering because you have a clear knowing. You're able to see spiritually as well as physically, simultaneously and in an integrated way. And so the more you further yourself in spiritual growth and connect with your soul essence, it's only natural that you're going to become more intuitive, more in the knowing, more effortless. The temptation to fear about any kind of scarcity, including lack of money or whether or not you're going to get that job or whether or not you have what it takes to accomplish a goal that you set out to accomplish or something that you intend to manifest. When you're in the intuitive knowing, you're in a flow, a mystical, magical, supernatural flow where you can't go wrong. Because even if you miss an intuitive hit, or even if you do not receive the guidance that an intuitive download is coming towards you and providing you with, even if you're not connected in that moment, if you're connected more times than not, you will always be guided right back to where you need to be for your highest and greatest good. And so the idea is through spirituality and through the application of spirituality and through the spiritual mindset of prosperity, a prosperous spiritual mindset, you are able to interpret the vibrational expressions of your life and manifestations of your life. And you're able to integrate all aspects of yourself successfully so that you literally don't turn on yourself and, unawareingly use your own abilities to become your emotional bondage or your psychological or mental bondage because you don't understand them. And they're very powerful abilities. And so if you don't understand them, you can make your life and somebody else's life like literally just full of all kind of suffrage, and these are the things that society coins as mental illness oftentimes, and or some type of chronic depression or so on and so forth. But through the nurturing of your abilities, through spiritual growth, through being present with your life, you're able to create meaningful manifestations, deliberate manifestations that are actually meaningful to you or deliberate or that you desire. But that only comes through, firstly, releasing the shame and judgment and fear around your abilities and start accepting that you are weird. And the very definition of weird means supernatural. And you absolutely are weird. You're supernatural. That's the essence of your abilities. And so it's through your supernaturality. I don't know if that's a real word. But it's through that you're able to manifest all kind of fantastic things and just be in the intuitive spiritual knowing of all that is. And so this is important to nurture, obviously, so that your gifts can actually support you in having the meaningful, purposeful life, joy-filled life that you're meant to have. And you can also literally be such a blessing to other persons, because if you're radiating and expanding conscious love and light all around you, persons will feel it. They may not understand it on a conscious level, perhaps because they may be at a different place on the spiritual journey than you are. So maybe perhaps they're not as sensitive to it. But when you are fully integrated with yourself and you are literally understanding how to manage your abilities and integrate it in your personal life, you will know how to expand and radiate that expanded love and light consciousness to relieve someone else that is around you of, their perception of any kind of worry or fear or lack or depression. And that person will start feeling better. They won't even know why they're feeling better, but they'll literally start feeling better because you've recognized a situation in your life, or because you're present, that someone can benefit from your expanded aura of love and light through your abilities, through your spiritual gifts. So I think that it's worth examining, and I think that it's most definitely worth exploring as the first foundational expression of self-love is to grow and develop and to become more and more of who you're meant to be, and to grow more and more into your cosmic celebrity essence. And so, I think that this information needs to get out there more so that persons can actually start having the happy and joyous lives that they're meant to. And, I think it's also important to be able to recognize through the manifestations of a person's physical life expressions what it is that spirituality is showing them, what is the manifested result or that expression of that inner vibration. And the work is to, through spirituality, align ourselves more with the divine and expressions of the divine and state of minds of the divine, of higher frequency emotions, because you're meant to feel happy and joyous, all the time. You're not meant to suffer through your life or have chronic depression and, all these lower vibrational emotions. And so it's through those higher states you get in an intuitive flow, and literally your life is literally just supernatural, in every way, supernatural, full of supernatural solutions, supernatural help, supernatural creation, supernatural manifestations. It's like you're just fortunate everywhere you go. Like all these good things just flow to you effortlessly because you're in the vibrational frequency of the higher expressions of the divine. So I'm Athena Lucene, and I came here to the Earth planetary construct as a galactic beacon of expanded love and light consciousness to awaken and guide you to forward movement in divine evolution of universal love and oneness through spiritual growth. It's my absolute pleasure and joy to support you on your journey. For more helpful tips on any of the topics that resonate with you, you can go to athenalucene.com, click on the option that calls to you the most, and you'll receive a free video training on that life challenge as a spiritually gifted person. And so that's it for now for this episode. I look forward to receiving and responding to your comments. And again, it's my absolute joy to support you. I wish you abundant blessings and blissful moments.